Join us on our epic herping trip to Florida. Every waking hour, every day looking for snakes. On our way down, we started by dip netting in a creek. By looking through the mud and leaves, we found this super cute dwarf water dog, a lifer for me. Right after we started driving, this box turtle sitting in the road went right between my wheels. Really close call. They're considered a vulnerable species and they're on the decline. We moved it off the road and kept driving. After making it to Florida, we found this eastern glass lizard. They look a lot like snakes, but they can blink, they have different scale patterns on the belly, and you can see their ears. We got it off the road. We set up camp and started road cruising to look for snakes crossing the road. We found our first snake of the night, a baby water snake. Unfortunately, some good-hearted dudes pulled over in their truck to see if we were okay and ran it over in the process. Really unfortunate mistake we could have avoided. Well, that was the first time I've seen a snake get run over. Oh, what was that? Oh man, is that dead? Oh, that's dead.
That's bad.
Big dead corn snake right after to top it off. Later though, we found a live one. You see corn snakes a lot as pets, so it's always cool to see one in the wild. We'll move this corn snake safely off the road. We kicked off morning of day 2 with this cute eastern musk turtle, named for the gross scent it makes when threatened. Luckily, it didn't do that to us. Then this cute eastern garter snake. Then this crazy fast black racer. We found this big chunky male broadhead skink, nice and healthy. We started our next road cruising session. Oh, it's a dusky pygmy. Wow. Super chunky. It puffed itself up because it felt threatened. Don't know why they spaz out like this. We're gonna move this pygmy off the road.
Just think of it as a piece of bread. Yep.
There we go. After dark, we found a gray rat snake. After like an hour, we found a ribbon snake. This is a skinny, super aquatic garter snake look-alike that eats a lot of amphibians. And our last find, a cute spadefoot toad, right next to our tent. We started off day 3 with a cute eastern mud turtle. The shells are flatter than those of the musk turtle we saw on the previous day. Nothing else in the morning. We found this huge corn snake in the afternoon. They get to a max of around 5 to 6 feet, so this one is definitely good size already, and super pretty too. By far the biggest corn snake I've ever seen.
Is this guy even alive?
Wow. So calm. Such a nice snake. No more snakes until after dark when we found the first cottonmouth of the trip. Florida classic. Venomous species that looks intimidating, but as long as you leave it alone, it won't hurt you. Frogs were happy tonight. Nice cute green tree frog, and a green frog, and a small scorpion. And then... finally! Our first lifer in Florida.
Oh yeah, it's a glossy crayfish.
Man, it looks dead. No. Okay, I'm not gonna poke it so we don't lose it. Yeah. Oh my god. At least we finally got a lifer. Glossy crayfish snakes are definitely one of the harder snakes to find. Pretty secretive and very aquatic. Glossy crayfish snakes have really pretty bellies. We flipped it over to get some belly shots. Releasing our best snake of the trip. Our first snake was another speedy black racer. We set up camp, went hiking, and found a fat cottonmouth. They're usually found near water. We just cruised up this little cottonmouth, and we found a really pretty juvenile. We waited for the sun to set and started road cruising. First snake was a cute baby water snake. We saw this Chuck Will's widow, a cool nocturnal bird in the nightjar family. Second ribbon snake of our trip, a baby pickerel, a fish in the same family as pike. Leopard frog, and its tadpoles, and a really pretty southern cricket frog. Our last find was our second gray rat snake of the trip. We herped in South Carolina for our last day.
Road cruising armadillo.
9-banded armadillos actually only came to the US in the 1800s. Their range is expanding really quickly. A little bird watching.
How fast can it run?
White ibises and wood storks. Super cool birds. And we saw our only alligators of the trip. Dinner was a very southern experience. And for our last night of road cruising, we started off with a tiny baby copperhead. Note the bright yellow tail they have as juveniles that they use to lure prey in. Copperheads eat a ton of amphibians as juveniles. Toad, cricket frog, a bullfrog, leopard frog, squirrel tree frog, green tree frog, and our last snake of the trip, another baby copperhead. This was a tiring trip for sure, but very rewarding. The glossy crayfish snake was one of our favorites, but what was your favorite find? Let me know in the comments.